Hey, it's Straw Hat Sam. This is a features overview video of the Pigeon frame used for the Naked Blackmagic Cinema Drone. Welcome to another episode of On the Bench with Straw Hat Sam. Tonight our featured guest is Le Pigeon. Am I pronouncing that correct? Oh, sorry, Le Pigeon? No, Le Pigeon? Okay, I'll just call it the Pigeon. This is my updated Pigeon frame. Why did I stray away from my usual X style? That's the biggest question. So H is normally inferior to X in terms of strength and rigidity, mainly because you have this twisting action, which I won't be able to demonstrate because I designed this properly, but the front two legs will twist in relation to the back two legs. I've taken measures against that twisting by introducing a cross brace on the inside and orienting the carbon fiber strands at 45 degrees to improve torsional rigidity. So why even do H if it means having to do this extra stuff to make it more rigid? The issue with the X is I had to add these little nubs in order to match the footprint of the camera cage. So with the X, you don't have to do that. It's a lot more natural and sleek. The real reason why I went for the H design mainly was to avoid having the arms be connected to the flight stack so that if you break an arm, you can still replace it without having to mess around with this stuff. In addition, it's an opportunity to incorporate a really good damping regime. Now, I know people are going to take this design. Go ahead, do it, because it's good. It actually works. But just give me some credit. First, you install these two screws, then you swing the arms together, squeezing a sheet of silicone rubber between these two pads or feet. And then once you press them together using leverage, you install these two screws, locking it into place. So this makes it rigid, but it also has a lot of damping and minimizes resonance, amplification of vibrations, and all sorts of harmonics. Okay, now these arms are 8 millimeters thick. Normally I would make a 7-inch quad have 7 millimeter arms, but I made them 8 because of the extended length necessary in order to clear the wide cage of the Blackmagic. With 8 millimeter arms, that means you can use any size motor up to 2810, 1500 kV, and anything down to 2806. 2808 is probably best for most people in terms of performance and efficiency. But for those who really want to go crazy with lots of power, this frame can handle it. It's still got the same landing feet as before, but this time it's kind of incorporating the original DJI antennas into the feet. I found I was actually getting better reception with this setup than with using extensions and going up to the top plate and then having long-range antennas. I don't know why. I think it has to do with the connection interfaces between each step, and it's just actually better range if you do a direct connection like this. In terms of component placement, I added zip tie holes so that you can easily secure your regulators. I got a TPU DJI air unit cradle that uses the back standoffs to press the MMCX connector into the air unit so you don't ever have to worry about that coming loose. Honestly, I kind of got lucky with this design because this was a revolutionary approach to my own personal frame design methods, and I found that adding a little damping between the arms really makes a big difference in terms of its ability to handle janky motors with crunchy bearings or propellers that are chewed up. It still flies fine. So the weight of this fully built with 2810 motors is 658 grams, and the frame itself is about 250 grams. So 250 grams for a 7-inch quad may be on the heavy side, but you really do need that extra strength and rigidity and vibration resistance because you want to be able to have a drone that can handle it when things go wrong. Like if you have a beat up prop, it should still be able to fly well. If your motors are a little janky, if they have sand in them, it should still be able to work because things never go perfectly correct on set. That's very rare. There's always going to be some kind of unforeseen events. So with this platform, it's very rugged. It's quite durable too. Like it's extremely strong. So less chance of having to repair or replace carbon fiber in the case of a crash. And it just makes tuning a lot easier. Like you can just slap a default tune and it flies fine. And if you just put in a little work, you can get it flying like a simulator.